it was like they were scoring possession after possession. I mean, 36 points in the third quarter, 38 points in the fourth. They win the game by 2, but it's the little things, the things that we talk about every day that we didn't do. 17 second chance points in a 2-point game. That's a big difference, 17-8. So we have to finish possessions. We got to get stops. When we did, they got offensive rebounds. They got into our paint. And so we had definitely a letdown defensively in the second half.
Yeah, I know you talked about it before the game about getting those long rebounds off those 3-point misses. And obviously they had some very big buckets on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they did. They did a great job of rebounding the ball, going after them. And then they got to the free throw line. And, Zion shoots 4 free throws. Jaren Jackson shoots 15. I feel like Zion attacks the paint just as much as anybody. And for him to only get 4 free throws, that's something that definitely hurt us. He gets to the free throw line. He should be getting to the free throw line 10 times a game. So, but we can't make excuses. Memphis did what they needed to do to win the game, give them credit. And we'll come back tomorrow, watch film, get on the practice floor, and it's an opportunity for us to get better.
And obviously the game doesn't come down to one possession, but just kind of walk us through your perspective on your final possession that ends with the CJ3 and then theirs that ends with the chop floater.
Yeah, we got a wide open look. CJ just missed it. They take a timeout, and John Morant drives to the basket and scores on us. So, 62 points in the paint. We know what they're going to do, but we didn't do a great job of stopping it.
In those situations, do you just feel like even if a guy's going, we just trust Herb just to go one-on-one in those situations and just live with the results?
Yeah, we trust him for sure, and that's a big part of what we need to continue to do is trust him. We threw some different looks at him, but he was fantastic tonight. Give him credit. We blitzed him. We threw multiple guys at him. He still got where he needed to on the floor, and that's on us. That's where we have to do a better job.
Coach, going back to that second chance points, it seemed like the Grizzlies twice really hurt you guys in the game, first half and then in the second half.
Yeah.
And that was with JV on the court. What would you like to see done differently next time? Is it just everybody needs to box out? What?
Well, JV's doing a great job of rebounding, but it's our other guys, it's our wings, our guards. Without pointing anybody out, collectively, those guys have to help JV. JV's down there banging and battling, and he's gobbling up rebounds. But those guys, we have to do a better job with our perimeter players of coming back and collecting rebounds. Once again, it allows us to get out in the open floor and play, but we didn't do a great job of securing rebounds tonight.
Coach, how much did it hurt? You kind of alluded to it, that Zion only got 6 minutes in the first half because he had 3 fouls.
Yeah, it threw our rhythm off a bit, but, we had a good first half with the guys that came in and, contributed. We had a good first half. We came out in the second half flat. Give them credit. They dominated the second half of the game. We have to be better.
And what do you think about just B.I.'s performance, especially in the second half, just giving you guys a chance there?
B.I. was great. He made plays for himself, for his teammates. He made big basket after big basket. Unfortunately, we just didn't do enough to come out with the win.
And just in general, just what's kind of your philosophy in those last possession situations where do you think it's better to kind of let your guys kind of, play within the flow of the game or calling the timeout there? I guess, how do you kind of evaluate those situations?
It depends. If it's a tie game and we're flowing and we get a stop, they have the freedom. That's some of our best offense. If we have to take a timeout down a couple points, then we will. But we got a good shot by CJ. We just missed it. Thank you.
Wow. All right. Shout out to the fan. Appreciate y'all being this episode of the Pelican Post Game Report. Man, let me tell you something. For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned in, man. And listen, this was a tough one. Pels let it slip away, man, to the Grizzlies, 115-113. Game was in hand. Series of questionable calls down the game by Willie Green. It's just ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, welcome on in. Thank you guys for being with us for this episode of Pelican Post Game Report. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. We in this thing. Pelicans go down, win streak snap. Very winnable game. They fall short, allowed the Grizzlies and John Morant to get to cooking, missed several shots, questionable shots toward the back end of the game, questionable defensive lineups, all kind of questionable stuff. What the hell wrong with shit? CJ McCollum, man. My goodness. Stupid shot decision making down the 2 brick ass 3-point shots, stupid calls, just all kind of stuff collapse. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, man. None of that made any sense to me. CJ McCollum taking them brick ass threes like that, not even hitting the iron. It's just ridiculous, man. And then there was other things, and it's too much to account for. I'm gonna bring my family members in here, let them talk about it. DC, Lexxah, yeah, welcome on into the stream, man. Listen, this was a game. The Pelicans should have won this damn game. They should have won this game. They should have won this game. There was no reason why John Morant and the Grizzlies should have won this damn game.
There's definitely a reason. There's a reason they should have won.
I know you're gonna say it's Willie Green. Yeah, so
you're goddamn right.
Go ahead.
I have never seen such mismanagement of talent than tonight, man. I don't get it, bro. Like Herb, last game, he had an off game, right? And it kind of extended to this game. Herb had a little bit of off game, right? You got Trey and Dice on the bench, man. Use them. Dice came in and was giving us great defensive play. Why he leave out the game and don't ever get another opportunity? Herb having a rough night. Ja doing this thing. Why are we letting Ja go one-on-one with Herb to end the game? Or basically for the last 4 minutes of the game? Why? Shit ain't work all night. So you got that, and I can't put the crazy shot selection by CJ, man. I don't know what, man. CJ will play great, like 98% of the game, bro. And it's just 2% in crucial moments. He just does some bonehead shit sometimes. BI got it cooking. You know, it's looking like how he was playing in Phoenix in the playoff game. And CJ just go out there with 1 minute and 40-something seconds left and just jack up a 3-pointer. We still had time on the shot clock. Like, why? Why? Just a lot of head scratchers, man. But ultimately, I just don't understand what CJ sold big time. You're right, brother. I just don't understand what Willie was doing, man, with the rotations and just watching the ebbs and flows of the game. You know, yeah, we had some things going great in the first half, but they came out the second half and made adjustments, man, and we never did. And it's almost like we just holding on, wishing we gonna win the game. I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous watching it. And on top of that, I will put an asterisk by it. I mean, the calls were horrendous, you know, by the refs. Atrocious, man. We couldn't even play defense tonight without getting a foul called on us. Like Herb got a foul called on him for somebody slipping. You know what I'm saying? The fouls were crazy. But Willie, you can't get up there, man. And Zion didn't get the foul calls that he should have. That is true. But that's not why we lost this game, man. We lost this game because of mismanagement. And that's how I see it. How you feel about it, Lex?
Pissed.
Of course.
Very pissed. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy this game like from the jump, from the start. It didn't seem well. First, I think the first thing that I was looking at is the calls. I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. that was the turnoff right there. I mean, I know they really pushed the lead in the second quarter, but I don't know. Just this whole game was just there was just a lot going on in this game that I just did not like. Like there was no it's like you know how we talk about we don't know what Pelicans team we're gonna get each night. We really don't know. We literally don't know. Um, I mean, y'all already know how I feel about Willie. Y'all know how I feel about, his I don't need to go into that because I've been consistent in what I feel. This Pelicans team cannot win like the way that they need to win with that dude as the head coach. And I'm going to stick to that. Literally because of one thing. This dude is horrible at making adjustments. He cannot make in-game adjustments. He's delayed. He's extremely delayed. Not only that, it's like, no, Brandon got off. Brandon got off. Happy for him. How many stars we got on this team? How many? How can you have like a talent like Zion? And it's crazy because I'm looking at the plays. I'm looking at a lot of these plays, man. And it's like, why do we have a juggernaut talent on our team and he's not being used? He's just running up and down the floor. Why were we not using him? Like the touch factor, the acclimation, like, look at it this way. You see what Memphis did? Who are they giving the ball to consistently throughout the whole game? It was Ja. They didn't waste no time to get that dude. Here, Ja, you got it. They basically put it in his hands to do his thing. This is his first game back. His first game. That's a lot of, believing in your star player who's been out. He's been practicing with the team. He has been practicing with the team. But the fact that they continue to feed the ball, to get the ball, to make sure he touched the ball. This team, like, we're totally forgetting, like, I mean, why look, just go sit Zion down on the bench if we're not gonna use him. We needed a point. We needed points down the stretch, like what? We were down 2. You know what I'm saying? Or actually, the game was tied. Ja Morant came down and he tied the game. He tied the game. And that whole time, that whole stretch that Memphis was coming back, Zion hadn't touched the ball at all. And I looked to my boy, I was like, hey, man, watch this. They are going to give the ball to Zion because it's like, CJ had those horrible threes, right? They going to give the ball to him. What happened? Zion slashed in the lane. He didn't make the shot, but guess who was there? JV. JV was right there. But he was able to get to the basket to give us a chance at something because we weren't getting anything. But it's like, if you're going that long without being acclimated in the game, like that had to be like what? A good like 6 minutes? 6 minutes? He finished with like 13 points. I'm just so confused. Like, why are we not using him? Why have a talent out there? You know what I'm saying? I mean, instead, obviously, Ja had it going, and everybody else had it going. When he was dishing the ball to them. But the thing is, the only person that we were relying on to have it going was Brandon. Does that make sense? I mean, this team's identities, like it's just like it goes to, okay, we're polishing up an identity, and then it goes to immediately in less than 60 seconds. And by 60 seconds is metaphorically like a game. It's like immediately identity crisis. I mean, this stuff just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And like, I've been consistent with Willie, man. I'm really, this dude has been with the team for 3 years, and it's like, dude, you don't know your personnel. You don't even know your own player personnel. How can you not know your team? I mean, it's awful. It's awful. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, it's basically looking like, because legitimately, we know that, Zion is the star of the team, but it's like he's being used like a role player. And I've been feeling that way for a while. Like, how is it that happens? And you know what's crazy? Is if Zion is to go anywhere else, it would be totally different. He gets with the coach who knows how to use him. It would be totally different. It would be totally different. And it's sad because it's like, this is what you're going to do to just waste this talent. Yeah, there you go. Why isn't he dominating like he used to? It's because of the way the offense is set up. It's the way, like the dude had us just in the number 1 seed last year. We're on a tear, remember? And he's nowhere, like, his game is different this season, like, altogether. He's not even playing the same.
Yeah, and man, let me tell you something, Lex.
I felt like this for a while, and I haven't said nothing, but I mean, I knew it was gonna come, like, at some point in time. But I'm frustrated about that, and it's like, so we don't want this team to be great, or at least Willie doesn't. And I said that before. I don't feel like Willie is on the Pelican side. I don't feel like he's on, like, because the thing is, it's like, dude, you don't make adjustments. Your rotations are horrible. Your substitutions and the timing of those substitutions are just foul. It's foul. You don't allow guys to really get in a rhythm. You pick and choose who you want to be in a rhythm. And then you take them out when they get hot. That screams that you are not on the team side. You're helping out the opponent team. That's dumb. That's not wise. That's not using wisdom. How can you do that to your players? How could you do that to your team? You're throwing a wrench in your own team. I watch these games, and I'm studying the timing of the substitutions on when guys are coming in. One thing that I don't like is when he subs somebody in, and then he takes the time out immediately. Like, as soon as he subs them in, like, dude, that doesn't make any sense. It's like you're breaking up. You're holding up the game and hurting the game just as much as the refs making all those dumb calls, those senseless calls. That's the hiatus that he's causing. And it's just as powerful, if not powerful, as the refs making all those senseless calls. I'm finished. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be long-winded. I'm just, I've been seeing this stuff, man. I've been looking at this, and the thing is, it's not getting better. It's not getting better. I'm not going to praise, a win against the Wizards. I'm not going to praise a game against Charlotte. I'm not going to do that. That's why I was, just kind of laid back, because you're supposed to win against those teams. And this team right here, they're below 500. They're not well. But the thing is, they got specific personnel back. First of all, they got their star back. And you know what? You know what the coach did? You know what Taylor did from Memphis? He put it in Ja's hands and kept it in there. And he played him. He wasn't just running up and down the court. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was doing things. That's what a good coach does. And Willie ain't no good coach, man.
Yeah, this stunk, man. Pelicans up by as much as 20 plus points in this matchup and had this ridiculous collapse toward the back end. You're absolutely right. John Morant got busy and the Pelicans didn't do enough to stop him. It was just ridiculous, man. They were confused. I don't know. They just backed down. It's something about the heart of this team, man. It's the heart of this team, just to fight. And then, of course, you mentioned the intelligence of the team, which ties to Willie Green and his substitutions and his rotations. All this stuff is all valid points here. Shout out to you, Gnome. Thank you for the super chat, man. He says, so this is Borrego's offense, but Willie calls the plays. Why isn't Z dominating like he used to? 13 points tonight from Zion Williamson. 13 points. So, I mean, I don't really, we talk about the statistics and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, man. 62 points in the paint by the Grizzlies tonight. 62-50 points in the paint by the Grizzlies. Pelicans had some positive things. They had 11 turnovers on the game. The Grizzlies had 18 turnovers tonight. But, like you said, they got the cooking with Ja. Ja made the hell of a difference for them. And our guys, our stars, they mentioned about Zion. Matter of fact, let's go to Zion Williamson, man. He on the podium right now.
What Ja was able to do in the second half of that game.
He was able to do whatever he wanted.
And I guess just where did the lead kind of slip away for you guys in the second half? Do you feel like
We didn't get no stops. They scored almost every possession.
How tough was it for you just to get a rhythm tonight with the foul calls and just getting into foul trouble so early in the game?
I mean, it was tough. We had other guys going, though.
And just in a situation like that late in the game, just how did you feel about the shots y'all were able to get and just the defense y'all played against y'all?
B was gone, so we were trying to find B. And I already said it. Ja was just able to get their spots.
And Z, did it hurt just as much how many offensive rebounds they were able to get tonight?
Yes, sir.
And what do you guys think you have to do different? I know we've often talked about it. Everybody's got to go get there.
Everybody has to box out. We have to collectively rebound.
You talking about just them scoring so much in the second half. What did you think was kind of the source of some of the breakdown?
Ja was able to get downhill a lot. And him doing that opened up the game for the rest of them.
Well, that wasn't shit. Shout out to the fam, man. Thank you for being
It was
here.
at how it be when Zion pissed, man. He be real short with them words.
Anyway, let's look at some of the individuals, man, on the night. Zion finished with 13 points in 25 minutes, 5 of 12, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, minus 13 plus minus in a matchup, 4 personal fouls. Real curious play call. This is one of the worst officiated games that I've seen. And we've seen quite a few, but this was totally inconsistent. It was a terrible officiated game by this got to be the worst staff that I've seen. Really inconsistent. 34 BI was cooking, 34 points, 37 minutes, 11 of 18 from the field, 11 of 12 from the foul line, 34 points, 6 assists, 4 boards in the matchup for him. He also had 4 personal fouls, 22 for Val in 33 minutes. Valanciunas, another big, strong effort by him, 22 points and 14 boards by Bell. He had a block and a steal and an assist, plus 5 on the plus minus. He did his thing. CJ 18, cooked early, stunk late. 18 points, 41 minutes, 6 of 11 from the field, 6 of 9 from downtown, 2 stinking clinkers. I think one of them, if I remember correctly, was a damn air ball. 6 assists, 3 rebounds in the matchup, and then off the bench, not too much shaking from scoring off the bench. Trey Murphy did play 21 minutes, had 7 points on 2 of 6 shooting from the field, 0 for 1 from downtown, perfect from the charity stripe in the matchup. Not much else scoring going off the bench. Jose Alvarado, just 8 minutes, 2 points. Dyson Daniels, 13 minutes, 3 points. You see that. Najee Marshall played 17 minutes, only 3 points, 2 rebounds in the matchup. No minutes from Jordan Hawkins in the game as well. So DC, the Grizzlies, it was the Ja Morant show again. You know, he 25 games, he was out. You just get back in there. Kids puts up 34 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, did just enough. Bane threw in 21, 24 from Jaren Jackson Jr. in the matchup. And the Grizzlies used their star to overcome any obstacle. A 20-plus point lead the Pelicans had. They had everything and still lost. So thoughts on the individuals?
Yeah, you forgot to do some stats on the refs, bro. We need a column for them because I wouldn't say they was player of the game. Obviously, that was Ja, but they definitely was the 6th man of the game. Ref helped them out a lot. But tonight, man, Bi, you know, was the guy, man. Bi had it cooking. Definitely love what I was seeing from JV as well. He's been awesome this whole month, man. JV leads the NBA, I think, in double doubles this month. You know, playing 33 minutes, 9 for 12, hit a 3-pointer. Only getting to the free throw line 3 times, but gave 14 rebounds, much needed tonight because we couldn't get a rebound to save our life, and turn it in 22 points. And that could have easily been more, you know, with him. But BI was definitely the man of the hour, bro. Just an awesome performance, but I mean, it just pisses you off really thinking about it because he had 34 points. Just the last 2 minutes or so of the game, I don't understand why, man. Just didn't touch the ball anymore. I really don't get it. The last down the stretch, the last few plays, BI got nothing going. Lexxah already told you, like, we're not really looking for Zion. Like, what is our plan? Like, I understand we want to keep the ball moving, you know, turn defense to offense. I think it's a very good philosophy, but everybody going down the stretch, man, they're gonna put the ball in the hands of their stars. And I really thought this was a huge missed opportunity for BI tonight because he was cooking in that 4th quarter, man. Where's the 2-man game with him and Zion? I don't think
exist.
I don't think Memphis would have had an answer for that. Like,
But you know what, DC? They haven't been using that. Really, I feel like, man, that was just like a made up dream because really they don't play off of each other. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Like, they haven't been playing off each other like that. They have like a few good plays together, but that's it. Man, I'm looking at other duos around the team or around the league, and they actually have like chemistry, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's something there. But that really, man, that's made up, man. That doesn't even exist. It really doesn't.
Zion and BI in the 4th quarter took a combination of 5 shots. So I mean, you're absolutely right. You know
It
what I'm
doesn't exist. That was like putting on a facade, fronting,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. And I mean, you just don't see it. You don't see it. And I don't know if you noticed, don't nobody talk about it. Nobody.
Well, it ain't much to talk about. It ain't going on. But I would have loved to see it tonight, seen it tonight, man. Just with the way that they started guarding BI, man, and had to respect them, start trying to run people at him and trap him. You know, they were blitzing him. And down the stretch, if you want somebody to take tough shots, that's your guy. Run a 2-man game with him and Zion. You surround him with shooters. I know I'm supposed to be talking about the individual stats, but just looking at it, man, I'm still like just shocked. Like why Trey wasn't in the game? Like I don't understand what we're doing, man. If we didn't intentionally want to lose this game, I don't know what the hell we're doing. Just don't make sense from what I've seen with the Pels on this winning streak, and we definitely deserve to lose tonight if this is what we're gonna do. And I don't think it was a lack of being able to execute by the players. Herb, to me, had a pretty rough night. 3 for 10, man. We needed offense tonight. He wasn't giving us the usual Herb like defense. Like, is it a crime for him to, maybe sit down a little bit like how BI had to do when he only had 8 points? I don't understand looking at his stat line, man, and he was struggling. But hopefully this is something we can look at and finally make the adjustments that need to be made, because all of these things, that's what cost us the game. We didn't turn the ball over a lot. We kept the ball moving. We took high quality shots for most of the night. We did have an uphill battle with the refs, a lot of crazy calls, but we lost this game on just mismanagement of utilizing our players and having the right guys in at the right moments, man. So shout out to BI, 34 points. Shout out to Big V, because they definitely did their thing and held it down, man. Zion should have been in that category too, but I do understand that he was sick tonight and he wasn't supposed to play. But you get out there, man, they're expecting you to be who you always is. So no excuses.
Shout out to Judah for the super chat. Judah says, "Stop with the refs. Willie is the problem." Thank you, Judah.
Willie is definitely the problem, Judah. But I mean, you can't sit here and watch this game tonight, man, and act like you didn't see that first quarter. I'm not gonna do that and act like I didn't see a lot of times where we were trying to play adequate defense and the refs calling fouls, and there's really no foul. That happened several times. So we ain't lose the game because of the refs. So we definitely lost this game because of Willie. But just looking at that, Willie did have a point. Zion took 4 free throws on 12 shots. Come on, man. That's crazy.
Let me throw this out to both y'all, DC and Lexxah. Christian James McCullum, the gentleman that's on the screen talking right now. What was the thought process in putting up those 2 late clunkers, especially with a minute and some change? I mean, it just boggles my mind. The timing. Well, the first of the 3-point shots that he had just shot an air ball. The first one, and then the third one was a clanker that just banged off the side. What was the thinking of that at that time?
It's real simple. Look at his face, Big Q. Look at his face right now. You see it? You looking at it? He ain't give a shit. Just like right now. He didn't give a shit. Didn't care. Wasn't thinking. And he looked like he give 2 fucks right now, man. And that was the thinking, bro. It wasn't none.
Yeah, that was. I don't know what to say about that, man. To me, that was like at that time that was so inappropriate for him to take that shot. Then he had an opportunity to have. It was a wide open shot, and the dude just straight. He didn't even get iron. I mean, what the hell? So I mean, yeah, I agree with you, Lex. You make a great point about the 2 stars of the team, Zion and Bi, not exactly playing off of each other. It's like Bi gets to cooking, Zion go stand in the corner somewhere, and it's really frustrating seeing that happens. It's really
that's the play.
Yeah,
like I'm looking at the plays. Like there's a play going on, and he is not involved in the play.
You have
Like
the
we've seen
opportunity
it
to
so
have the
many
biggest cheat
times.
code. You don't use it.
It's like, so the, Willie, man, that dude right there, like he's definitely not the coach for Zion. though. He really isn't. He doesn't know how to use that dude. He really don't. He really doesn't. Um, I mean, I know the foul trouble was there, but again, how many times have we seen stars in foul trouble and they play through that stuff? I'm not even looking at the fact that he was sick, man. Man, stars have played sick before. You know what I'm saying? That like we know about that. We know about being sick and playing. Really, a lot of times you play better when you're sick because your immune system is fighting and you fighting out on the court, and it just kind of matches up. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I just Willie ain't it. He ain't it. This team is not gonna go far with him as a head coach. And it's consistent, Big Q. I know you and DC see it, man. It's consistent. Look, against the Wizards, you can't see that jump. Against a team like Charlotte, you can't see that jump. Now I know again, looking at the Grizzlies record, they're below half 500 team, but they are dealing with a lot of injuries, and they got, again, key pieces back who make a huge difference in their game plan. And so what we saw tonight, that was more of, the persona of the Grizzlies than what the record shows. But and this is just like, it's like you can hide those flaws against poor teams, like teams that are just like flat out just not good. But when you get up against the better teams, man, you are exposed. You're exposed. And just like against the Lakers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like I asked you all then, what did they discuss at halftime? What was that discussion like? What was being said? I really would love to know. I really would. Because it's like, you never see the adjustments. It's like, are you trying to make the adjustments a secret? You know what I'm saying? Like, because everybody else's adjustments are loud and, you can see them. But if there's any adjustments being made to the game plan going into that second half, it's like a big secret. Oh, we don't want to tell nobody. Shh. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to see the adjustments, man. I mean, are we trying to win, or, is it a secret to trying to get a win? Because really the secret is trying to lose, basically, with these adjustments.
All right, let's that game right there is really a pain, man. I wanted to beat the Grizzlies, man. I really did want to knock them off, man. We were winning this game by 20-something odd points and then just collapsed. Very disrespectful performance by the Pelicans. Calls into question once again the killer instinct. And you're right about the levels of team, the Hornets and all these other Spurs, struggling young teams that haven't figured it out yet. The Pelicans are supposed to be a team that's aiming for the echelon of the Western Conference. They need to be up in that stratosphere. And when they meet teams with some talent and with some heart, it's all about who's going to give the better effort, who wants it more. And it's just time after time the Pelicans get on these primetime games, and they just have these letdowns like the NBA. It's like every time we give these people an opportunity to show that they're big time, they always seem to let us down. Going into the next matchup, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They played the Jazz tomorrow, and then on the 21st, which is Thursday. The Pelicans match up with them, so they'll be on a back-to-back when they face the Pelicans. But this team right here, it's a team that's 15-12. They're 8-6 at home. Donovan Mitchell is there doing his thing. They got some really good players up there. It won't be easy. The Pelicans have a couple days to kind of resituate themselves, but let's kind of peer into this matchup right now as they have to go to Cleveland and take on the Cavaliers. How did we get this dub?
Well, Cavaliers are definitely wounded, but sometimes they say that's the worst time to face them. Darius Garland, I believe, is a little banged up, so he's out. They just lost Moby for extended time. They still got Donovan Mitchell, who always seems to play really good against us. Jared Allen, you know what he gives them on the interior. But this is a team, to be quite honest, man, we shouldn't lose this game. We should not lose against Cleveland. Pels need to go out there and handle business. They need to look at what happened tonight. Go out there and execute their brand of basketball and continue to apply pressure all game, because they had everything going and they took their foot off the gas, man. Guys are pissed, about the way it is. Well, at least Zion is. I'm saying guys are. We didn't see BI and nobody else.
Now they laid back like Willie.
BI? I don't know.
I don't know. Did you see
They
McCollum?
see him tonight.
Look, what did you say about him, Big Q?
But for them to get the dub, man, they got to go in and handle business, bro. They got to go out there, play defense first, because that is our philosophy. Turn the defense to offense. Didn't see a lot of defense in the second half. It should be easier to do that. We playing this team at the right time, even though they haven't been very good all year. They kind of looked off even when they had all their people. So this is one of those games similar to the Charlottes and the Washington Wizards. This is a game you're supposed to win. So we got to go out there and win these games. And this is not a primetime game. See what I was talking about, Lex? Primetime, big lights, we find a way to fold. Luckily, we don't have one of them against Cleveland. So we need to get back on track and pick up the momentum we had before we lost tonight in Memphis. And I think that's very doable. And I think it's right there for us to do. We just got to go out there and play our game. But first off, you got Donovan Mitchell, man. You cannot let him tell you a new one. Because if I'm Memphis and I'm watching this game, that's absolutely what I'm trying to do. And we just watched Ja get 30 on, a rusty Ja get 30 on y'all. Get all these points in the paint. Well, look, I could get in the paint. I could get fouls, and I could shoot the 3-ball. So they definitely going to come out and try to attack us with Donovan Mitchell. So we need to be ready for a steady diet of him. And if we allow him to get one of them 40-point games, man, that'll give us a L. The matchup indicator is in our favor, 59.1%, showing us a little love. So hopefully that's a good omen. And I do see the Pels getting this dub. I got faith in them. Pissed off with Willie tonight, but I think they can go out there and redeem themselves. But if we keep doing the same shit, we're going to keep getting the same results. And this game tonight, I think we're going to be presented with another opportunity in a similar situation to overcome it once we play the Lakers on New Year's Eve, because that will be another game that everybody's watching and anticipating on the Lakers probably blowing us out, to be honest. Like, we watched this game, man, and I was so disgusted at halftime to watch Shaq, Kenny, and all them dudes get up there while we up by 20. And they was just talking about the Memphis Grizzlies. They talked about them first, and we up by 20. But look what happened. We lose the game by 2. So it's like, damn, they look justified in what they did, even though it's mad disrespectful. So Lex always talk about it, and I'm actually with you on this one, Alex. They definitely need to play with more of an edge, and we
They
got to
do.
demand respect because we're going to keep getting disrespected if we
Yeah.
don't.
There you go. I'm telling you. Like, at some point in time, it's got to change, man. And it's not going to change until it's not going to change until the Pelicans do it, like at all levels. And it's sad because this has been going on for a long time. It's been going on for a long time. It's like, man, like just being a man, man. It's like, how can you put up with that and not do something about it? That's like somebody just letting somebody smack you around and you just like, yeah, I'm not smacking you, man. I'm not smacking you. And the person just smacking you. You're like, then I'm not smacking you. You know what I'm saying? And you just laughing about it. You just all cool about it. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, we got to get some backbone on this team, man. On just a lot of things. Because there's just, when the team plays good or plays well, they play well, but it's like you can still see like they're not playing at that level. Like, even when they're playing well, there's still something that's not up there. And you can tell, like, just looking at other teams, like the flow in which they're in the game and all that stuff. It's like the Pels don't have that flow, that go-getter mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's get it. Let's step on the gas. Let's crush them. The edge, I mean, it's like it's still not registering. Like, I'm always hopeful that they win. I mean, I'm never hopeful that they lose or anything. But it's like, man, there has to be a change in the way that you play. And when you make that change, like, continuously playing at a high level, you can't be up and down. You can't have split personalities. You can't have, tonight I feel like I know my identity. Next game, you know what? I feel like I want to go into crisis mode. I'm not sure about my identity. You can't do that. The best teams in the league, they're not doing that. And that's what's killing us right now. Like, we don't know what type of team we're gonna get, and what type of team they want to be. And that's a problem. Like, that's been the problem all season.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Thomas, man, with the super chat, man. He says, what up, fam? Willie looking bad, man. Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. And shout out to the rest of the family members in this one, man. The Pelicans go down with a very winnable game. And yes, Ja Morant on the return. It was the talk of the broadcast, the TNT broadcast, is what they talked about. Toward the back end, he played like a star supposed to play. He played remarkable. He played with heart. He had unstoppable resolve. He knew his shot wasn't falling from deep. So what did he do? Regardless of what was going on, he made sure he got down into the paint around the cup, and he made a tough layup to right at the buzzer, sounding to take the game in a heartbreaking fashion away from the Pelicans as they walked out of the arena stunned. So, I mean, it's just more of the same, killer instinct and all this kind of stuff. The team does have a lot of issues, man. A lot of games left to be played, a lot of issues that need to be ironed out. Currently, the Pelicans are 16-12. Like we said, they're facing the Cleveland team. That's a very interesting team. They're missing several players on the team. Darius Garland, he's out. They're also missing what's the other big? One of their bigs. I forgot the man's name. Mobley. They're missing Mobley. So, I mean, can the Pelicans go to Cleveland and take it from Donovan Mitchell, who has got the team on the 2-game winning streak? So, like I said, we'll see them after they play Utah tomorrow. We'll be on the back-to-back. They'll be on the back-to-back for the 21st, the Thursday matchup with the Pelicans. So, a lot's going on Thursday. The Pelicans play Cleveland on Thursday. The Saints play the Rams on Thursday. So a lot of sports going on. Hopefully it's a New Orleans Saints winning Thursday or New Orleans team winning Thursday rather. All right. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to get ready to get out on that. Shout out to Marley Marvgate. Probably great comments in the chat. A funny one was the Pelicans played with a curve, not the heads.
Yeah.
So Lexxah is not amused by that, but she agrees. She understands, and it's very true that the Pelicans did not play with any type, not a complete edge for the game, to get up, by 20-something odd points, but not being able to finish the game is unfortunate. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to get out on that, man. I appreciate everybody for being in the stream. Thanks for staying up with us late for the Pelicans matchup. We will return, man, on Thursday to recap the Pels and Cavs matchup. We're going to get the dub. We got to get back on the winning side, man, no doubt about it. Please feel free to check out the PPR flash report that just dropped this morning, Lex. Dropping a lot of good game on that. Y'all check that out. Make sure y'all share the broadcast. Also, share look in the community section too, fam. Drop that link, Lex, for the song. And y'all make sure y'all add her song, The Edge, to your playlist, man. It's only like a minute or something of the actual song. The song is cold, man. Lex on there with the vocals, laying it down, man. So if anything, Pelicans damn play make you sad tonight, the song will make you happy. They get you bucking and moving. So,
Nice.
let me tell you. So we put it on your damn phone when you wake up in the morning, man.
I love it to match the winds, though. You know what I'm saying? Like in the wind column. But I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man.
Your song is definitely well needed because they need to hear that damn message.
Right.
I didn't tell y'all though. I'm a be at that Cleveland game.
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to talk to Zion. I might talk to Willie, but I'm afraid if I talk to him, it won't be nice.
Still work for Willie. Lex, and whatever you do when you see Willie, and you just stay away from Willie, and whatever you do, please.
Look, he might turn me the wrong way.
Whatever you do, Lexxah, please don't punch him in the nose. Please.
But I do want to talk to Griff though. I hope I see him. I'm gonna be that close to him for real. So I'm hoping I get a chance to talk to him.
Yeah, that'll definitely work, right?
Let me help you make some decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Thing. You might get through to him, Lex.
I hope so, because I'm gonna be very passionate.
All right, y'all. So with that being said, we're gonna get out on that. Listen, I appreciate everybody. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Pelicans lose, but they'll be back on Thursday against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Try to get this ship turned in the right direction, man. A lot of games left, man, but we still have a lot to learn. So that being said,
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us. That's right, the Pro Shop is the platform store where you can go and buy all the latest merch to support the platform. Available at the Pro Shops, we have dozens of hundreds of products available for you and your family. Unisex tees for men and women, hoodies and sweatshirts, tank tops, kids and baby items, long sleeve tees, mugs, pillows, wall art, bath bedding, face masks, phone cases, stickers, bags, fanny packs, socks, hats, and many other items. Please feel free to check out the Pro Shops. The link is in the description section below. And remember, it helps the platform continue to grow. Check